Welcome, everyone. I would first like to say that I am honored that so many of you have come today just to hear me speak. I know it must have been difficult getting here with graduation being so late this year, 5:45 p.m., or as my grandparents, who are in attendance, call it, bedtime. It was rumored my grandmother tried to come to the Palm Harbor graduation earlier in the day for what she referred to as early bird graduation. In all seriousness, though, I would like to start my speech with a quote. If you have the opportunity to play this game of life, you need to appreciate every moment. A lot of people don't appreciate the moment until it's past. That quote was, of course, by one of the great poetic intellects of our time, Kanye West. Now I know what you're thinking. Who am I to lecture about life lessons? You say, although smart, intelligent, and strikingly handsome, this young man doesn't know what he's talking about. He's only a teenager. Despite this, I believe we can use the lessons we've gained from our time in high school to help us in our next stage of life. And over the last 4 years at Eastlake, we have learned a lot. Miss Mobley and Miss Barbieri taught us not to write good, but to write well. Mr. Toscani taught us how to be punctual and on time. Señora Sherry y Señora Dan nos enseñaron a hablar español muy bien. Miss Percy taught us that they even allow high school students to teach classes at Eastlake. Coach Stopek taught a class on organization, yet is the only person I know that can get lost going to a soccer game at fields he has been to 10 times before. With a GPS in his car at Eastlake High School. The school taught us that air conditioning in Florida was in fact optional. The school administration taught me that there are no limits in life, except what you are allowed to say in your valedictorian speech. One unique thing about Eastlake has got to be our student parking lot. The cars you will see some students drive are ridiculous. BMWs, Mercedes, Mitchell Irwin's hippie van, Mustangs, even Porsches. You may have seen this sleek, strong, powerful Italian machine driving around the student parking lot. Of course, I'm talking about Mr. V. We have even gained insight from one another as well. Some of the seniors taught us that the school absent limit was more of a suggestion than an actual rule. The robotics team showed us that if they set their minds to it, they could build almost anything imaginable, except perhaps a girlfriend. Michael Del Duca taught us how to rap. If Michael Del Duca, aka ASAP Duca, an upper middle class Italian boy from the streets of Landsbrook, can dream of becoming the next Fetty Wap, there is no limit by which our own dreams can be bound. Jake Hansen taught us that brawn can be just as useful as brain. Jake, buddy, brawn is another way of saying strong. As many of you know, I played with Jake and others on the football team for 4 years. Jake played as a linebacker, and I played the slightly rougher and more grueling position of kicker. We're proud of our football team, making it to the regional quarterfinals this year despite struggling with injuries all season. We had so many players on the disabled list this season that the team bus was allowed to park in the handicapped space at games. We were extremely fortunate to have one of the best coaches in the state leading our team, Coach Hudson. Coach Hudson taught us that football is not a matter of life and death. Football is much more serious than that. I also had the privilege of playing on the soccer team here at Eastlake, and again, made some great friends along the way. High school soccer is a lot like high school football. The games are played in the stadium. It's very competitive. We wear our school colors. The only difference is that we have 25 people attend the games instead of the 1,000 for football. And 11 of those are the players. All right, Sopec, grab your tissues. It's about to get emotional. To conclude, I can't predict what the future holds for the class of 2016, and I'm not really sure I want to. There will be successes as well as failures we're all going to have to encounter. But living in the moment and learning from these mistakes is part of our journey. Sometimes we will hit home runs, but a lot of times we will strike out. Right, Andrew Belsick? I entreat you to full-heartedly embrace the present. Go ahead, Matt DeSantis. Watch the movie The Notebook for the 11th time. Sure, Kevin Grzinski, flex at yourself in the mirror just a little longer, because you're worth it. These fleeting moments are the few sure things in an unpredictable world. All I can guarantee for certain is that if we endeavor to put forth the determination in all aspects of life, we will have success in a future full of opportunity. I'd like to thank my family and friends for always supporting me in all I do. I wish the class of 2016 the best of luck in our next stage of life and urge you to never forget our time here at Eastlake. Go Eagles, go Gators, God bless. Thank you.